How so?
I don't know if you're going to accurately represent what I'm saying.
News at all.
I'm just going to put what you say out there. How is that not accurately represented?
You got your platform.
See, this makes sense. You're out here for a protest. You want people to see it. That makes sense. That's how you're supposed to think. Why don't you talk to me? See, they're scared of me. Are we recording this? Here's the truth, man, because that's the logic. That is the honest logic. And my guess is he'll probably talk to me. So let's talk to you. You obviously don't like Donald Trump. What are your issues with Donald Trump?
Well, I think he's a big hypocrite. I think he's a billionaire who has not had any real-world experience other than in his own little world, and I don't respect him at all.
Well, he's definitely had real-world experience. I mean, he's made billions of dollars over the world. But let me ask you,
Lost billions of
this is true. Most business owners have. But who did you support for the election?
I have supported Hillary.
You don't think that Hillary's record as a politician is something you would want to steer away from?
Well, I think Trump is something I want to steer away from. I mean, he's already gotten us in trouble, and his early morning tweets show that he's as immature as a 10-year-old. So, you know, maybe Barron should run the company.
You think that Donald Trump's tweeting is immature?
Yeah, I do. I think it's terrible. He can't even spell. You know, what are the qualifications for the President of the United States? Everybody.
Well, you just have to be a citizen in 35. That's the qualification.
Yeah, but you had to interview for your job, didn't you? There were certain requirements.
Well, now, but hold on. Trump did win in a pretty big landslide.
No, he lost.
He won 98%. 98% of the counties. 98% of the counties.
But it's not the popular vote. So.
But there's a reason why the popular vote doesn't. Yeah, exactly. It's part of the checks and balances of our government.
Well, his checks and balances. Look who's appointed. He's appointed billionaires to his cabinet. I don't think that's going to represent the real working.
So let me ask you this, okay? You're fair to have a conversation with me. It's honestly, I don't get many people to have a conversation like this. So you don't like what Trump has done. He hasn't been president yet, but would you give him a chance? Maybe give him 100 days, see what he does, and maybe come around?
Yeah, I will. I will, because I have to. It's part of our democracy, and I believe that people will speak out no matter what. And they'll give him his comeuppance. But is he able to recognize it? Is he able to take criticism? I do not think so. He's not shown.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. I understand that's why you don't like the Twitter. What would Donald Trump have to do to get you to come around?
Shut his mouth and unite the people instead of further dividing them with his rhetoric.
I think the media is more responsible for that.
Well, you're the media. You would know.
But I'm out here on the streets with you. What other media does that?
Well, I think most of the media does that.
Have you ever talked to CNN?
No.
MSNBC?
No.
Fox News?
Hopefully never.
CBS?
No.
ABC? Young Turks?
Yeah.
So we're out here communicating with the people, and I respect you enough to share your opinion.
That's great. It's a platform, and that's all you can ask for.
And here's the deal, because I was trying to talk to these girls, and she was with them, and they were taking pictures, and they saw my mic flag. And I get this dozens of times when I do this. They see the mic flag, they run away, they don't want to talk to me. And this woman has common sense and logic. She says, wait a second, you're out here protesting, you're trying to have a message, you're trying to reach people with that message. Why wouldn't you want the camera? Why wouldn't you want the audience? So, of course, she did an interview, and I think it was fair. I didn't try to mince words with you. We just both agree in democracy. We may have different political views, but this is how democracy works. You don't run away. You don't make things up. You have a conversation with someone, and then, hey, she's willing to give Donald Trump a chance. So there you go, Donald. She wants you to calm down on Twitter, maybe calm down your rhetoric, and you might have some other Americans that come around. But for right now, Donald Trump is under an hour away from being inaugurated. And it was his harshness, his brashness, and his loud mouth that did get him elected. This is Owen Schroyer for Infowars.com.